Before I even started the Ghost Recon Wildlands closed beta, I had a feeling I was going to be left underwhelmed. The very premise of an open world shooter is that half your time will be spent traveling to new objectives, and the other half will be spent fighting enemies in a variety of interesting locations. The first problem I found with the beta is that even with a huge variety of vehicles, traveling still more or less felt like this. As I traversed the kilometers between objectives, I found none of the vehicles were really that enjoyable to drive, and the helicopters, despite being one of the fastest category of vehicles, had especially poor handling. Once you get to your destination, you'll find bases that look like they were designed in Halo's Forge mode. As for the combat itself, it is pretty fun, but it quickly becomes repetitive. You deploy your drone, tag enemies, carefully approach the compound, try to stealthily dispatch enemies, and then get into a firefight when your cover is blown and end up wondering why you tried to be stealthy in the first place. One thing I ran into is that once all the enemies were spotted, the game did lose a sense of danger, as you could literally hide in a bush and shoot at enemy markers. But like many games in the Ghost Recon series, it was very rewarding if everything was planned out and executed perfectly. Ghost Recon Wildlands also has a progression system. You unlock new guns for your loadout by raiding stockpiles randomly placed on the map, and you unlock new skills and equipment by tagging supplies for the rebels or playing side missions. Once you get enough points and supplies, you're able to buy upgrades for your characters. It is an interesting system, but I found that spending 5 minutes fumbling around looking for boxes at each location ultimately took from the overall flow of the game. For overall gameplay experience, I was left a little bit underwhelmed. From bugs to outdated graphics, nothing seemed to stand out to me as great. The sound design especially seemed muffled and quiet. Overall, the Ghost Recon Wildlands beta feels incredibly unfinished for a game that's been in development for the past 5 years. That said, however, I think I may purchase the game because the co-op mechanic might make up for it for a while. Introducing other human teammates adds a level of randomness to each encounter that feels missing when you're playing by yourself. So, I would say that if you want something new and have some friends you can play with, this could be a really fun game. Otherwise, I'm not sure I could recommend it. So, what did you think? Did you play the beta? Would you buy it when it's released? Let me know in the comments. And until then, game on.